Greetings and salutations, it is I, Shiranui, and this is kind of a duel that happened in a duel room between me and my friend YouTube Jack J. Um, if I remember to, which I hopefully do, I will link his channel in the description. He's the one who kind of got me more accustomed into modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So, kind of the reason I made my Harpy Lady deck and some of the reasons why some monsters are in there. But unfortunately, duel rooms do not allow for replays, and unfortunately, I kind of exited the room. I think it's weird. I just really find it weird that the XYZ event allowed you to record your replays that you had in there, but you can't record replays in duel room. So hopefully they fix that. But anyway, I was managed to record it, so we're gonna watch it together and go over it. I was running Marincess while he was running Shiranui. So to start off, I had a pretty decent hand to kind of get the thing set up. Basically, the whole goal with my Marincess deck is to get the field spell on the field, to basically have enough monsters to protect myself and all that stuff. Marincess Blue Slug allows me to get a monster in the graveyard back to my hand. And then since I had that monster on the field, I was able to link someone to get the field spell. And then I was going to use Signet Mining to basically get another card, Marincess card that I could, I forget why. Yeah, I was getting the one that I could special summon if I had an open spot. Or maybe I messed up. I think I might have messed. No, I summoned this card just so I could do that. So I can get her back onto the field. So I can link someone into Crystal Heart. Which, if you guys didn't know, when I get Crystal Heart on the field, and then I link someone using Crystal Heart as material, as long as I have the field spell on the field, monsters that I use are unaffected. Then I was able to basically get a pretty decent boss monster out here. It was Marincess Wonderheart, which has the effect that anytime a monster battles, I could use any of my equips and put them on there and take no battle damage. So he's running Shiranui. He uses Unizombie to pretty much put Doom King in the graveyard and then send, I forget her name, but she basically gets Zombie World on the field. So that way his next end phase, Doom King, kinda hurts. So he gets Doom King on the field. That is a big problem for me. I actually can't remember if I destroyed that or not. I probably didn't. Yeah, I wanted damage. Now, Doom King's annoying because as long as he's on the field, especially with Zombie World, he can negate everything that happens on the field once. And then if he doesn't negate it, he could banish the card instead. So it's kind of just like hard to deal with. And he comes back as long as there's a field spell on the field. Doesn't even have to be Zombie World. Zombie World is the most beneficial for him, but you know. And he tried to super poly away my monster, but my monster was unaffected by everything. So instead he super polyed and got, no, he did not. Super poly's on the field, my bad. I know he does eventually try to do that, but he was just link summoning and try to get over it. It didn't matter though, because Doom King was just gonna come back anyway. He tried to, actually, he ended up trying to crash into me to get his effect activated. I wasn't having it. Doom King comes back again. But luckily I drew the card I needed. Marincess Wave basically allows me to negate the effects of a monster on the field. And then he changed that to Super Poly. I think his original goal was to try and Super Poly my monster, but when he found out he couldn't, he just did what he could. And then I forget what this monster is called, but yeah, can't be destroyed by battle. So I kind of wasted Harpy's Feather Duster, but I mostly just didn't want it on the field. And then I got really good damage off. Now, probably sitting here wondering why this is a 7-minute duel. When I say my guy literally held on for dear life, and honestly, this is what surprised me. I thought it had to be on his side or Zombie World. I thought it was a specific field spell, but it's any field spell, which I just find really cool. Now, fortunately, he kind of banished a card, but he was able to synchro summon another monster, so it worked out in his favor. I think the crazy part about Doom King is how it just supports this specific deck so well. Then he destroyed my field spell. This is where things kind of went south. south, but I wasn't taking any damage because of my effect, so that was the good news. But what happened here, I had to work to get that field spell back because he was going to make a pretty sizable comeback. And unfortunately, that card all the way down there is literally so useless to me. I can't even describe it. It's Torrential Reborn. When a mortar monster is destroyed, it allows me to special summon them back. But it has not worked, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or whatever, but it was annoying me. And he was at a standstill because the monsters weren't being destroyed, so it was really hard to find a way to basically attack him. He was taking damage, sure, but he was on his way to making a comeback. And it sucked because he was just destroying my card. I think he destroys it again. And this was like one of the craziest back and forths because he is moving. He is actually doing everything in his power to make sure he does not lose, which is really impressive from the standpoint that I had. I felt like I had a pretty good advantage. He destroyed my link monster. That was the first damage he did to me, and then he, I think he linked someone again. I think this is honestly where he messed up though. Like he wanted this for draw power, but link monsters. Yeah, I don't think he was really paying attention to his life points. And because I got special summon, I got my effect off as well. Doom King wasn't on the field, so I was able to pretty much get a decent effect. So unfortunately, I believe he does lose next turn because of that monster right there. But it did open my eyes to take out Torrential Reborn. I put Moray of Greed, discard 2 water types, draw 3 cards. Or send them back in the deck, I believe. I can't remember which one it is. And then he destroyed it again. That was the issue. So again, I had to work to get it back. But I do believe I win, and it's only because of the link monster, to be honest. He had nothing he could do to stop it. So I was more or less just trying my best to deal as much damage as possible. So I summoned Marincess Marble Rock. I think actually what I was trying to do was I was trying to get the spell card back, just so I could, you know, do something. Then I bring her back, summon her, get the monster again. And this was more or less just to get damage so I could kill him this turn. Great Bubble Reef. Get my monsters, and then we win this turn. That's it, scared me. I thought he had something else up his sleeve, but yeah, that is the duel. It's a little bit of a short little thing, but I wanted to show because again, he came from the. Wow, I dropped my remote. Okay. He came from the brink of losing, almost coming back. Like, sure, I guess from a classic perspective, I still had control, but the amount of times I had to figure out how I was going to get my spell card back was insane. Like, while he's sitting up here pulling monsters at the wazoo, and I do believe if he didn't summon that link monster, he probably would have, that duel would have still been going. Because he was able to destroy my spell card twice. I was just able to get it back easily. And that's probably the best thing about Marincesses is that they can get their stuff back. And the good news is if you do link someone with Crystal Heart, even if the field spell gets destroyed, as long as you put it back, your monster's still unaffected. Kicker is they have to be in the extra monster zone. Any other monsters don't count. So even if you link someone with Crystal Heart and put it in a spot a link monster points to, doesn't matter. It doesn't count. However, this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. I don't know when's the next time I'm going to be posting Master Duel content. I got bumped back to Silver. I just looked. But hopefully the next event will allow me to make a few more decks to put on the channel, and I will see you when we get to them. This is Marincess signing off. I'll see you later.